Also, don't be afraid of solitude, because being by yourself is preferable to being in the company of bad people. Every aspect of our lives carries with it a certain amount of energy, and not all of it is to our advantage. The book The Art of Letting Go teaches that clinging to the past becomes a barrier to newness. In order to begin a journey of freedom and self-discovery, this video encourages you to purify your life as if it were a home, so that new lights and airs can enter. We are going to learn how to let go of the things that are holding us back, thereby creating room for new opportunities. Those who are looking for clarity, peace, and a renewed purpose are the target audience for this call, which demonstrates how letting go can be an act of renewal. Discover how letting go can completely change your life by watching, subscribing, and liking this video. It is a profound truth that being alone is, in many instances, infinitely more valuable than remaining in the company of those who diminish us. Time Apart acknowledges this profound truth. But as we temporarily separate ourselves from those aspects of our lives that no longer resonate with our most fundamental essence, this topic takes us on an inward journey, allowing us to investigate the ways in which we can become more self-aware and continue to develop as individuals. The significance of such a distancing lies in the possibility of gaining perspective, the opportunity to observe ourselves from the outside, and the opportunity to re-evaluate with fresh eyes the feelings and thoughts that are constantly present in our environment. This process is not merely an act of separation, rather, it is a conscious practice of purification and introspection that enables us to gain a better understanding of the significance and the actual impact that our connections and experiences have on us. By providing ourselves with this sacred space in which to breathe, reflect, and most importantly, heal, we are able to open the doors to renewal and extend an invitation to explore ourselves. While we are in this period of voluntary seclusion, it is not a permanent goodbye to previous relationships, rather, it is a necessary interlude, a moment to rediscover and realign ourselves with our most genuine values and aspirations. We are encouraged to participate in activities that truly reflect our interests and passions within this sanctuary of solitude. These activities may include rediscovering hobbies that we had forgotten about or venturing into new experiences that broaden our horizon of possibilities. The objective of this strategic distancing is not to completely sever ties, but rather to provide us with the necessary freedom to heal and develop as time goes on. We are able to revisit our previous perceptions of certain people or situations with a new lens, a clearer and more detached view, which enables us to make future decisions that are more in harmony with our journey of growth. This practice of distancing allows us to do this. Consequently, Time Apart emerges not only as a method to cleanse our lives of harmful influences, but also as a celebration of our capacity for renewal and transformation at the same time. We make a commitment not only to our own inner peace and happiness, but also to a future in which each step is taken with intention, wisdom, and a lighter heart. This is accomplished by embracing this period of reflection and self-awareness within ourselves. Providing oneself with the gift of time and space is a path that leads to genuine freedom and the discovery of one's true self. This is the true power that comes from doing so. The process of distinguishing between needs and desires signifies the beginning of a journey to determine the difference between fundamental needs and fleeting desires, which is a journey to the very center of our existence. The needs that we have are the foundation of our lives. They are just as important as the oxygen that we breathe and the affection that we give and receive. Not only do they guarantee our physical survival, but they also ensure that our mental and emotional well-being flourishes. They are the pillars that allow us to continue existing. Desires, on the other hand, are like waves of the sea that promise instant happiness but lack the solidity to sustain the pursuit of long-term contentment. Desires are like waves that float on the surface of our longing. Engaging in this kind of introspection is like embarking on an adventure that goes beyond the superficial. It is an invitation to dive into the deep waters of our soul and question the true value of the things that we desire by asking ourselves important questions. This audacious questioning encourages us to look beyond the fleeting allure of material possessions and to embrace the true riches that are the source of our existence. In this journey, we are led by the release from unnecessary attachments, a release that goes beyond detachment, but translates into a profound appreciation of what we already possess. This release is what guides us. Then, gratitude reveals itself not as a simple act of acknowledgement, but rather as a transcendental state of being, a celebration of the completeness that can be found in the simplicity and authenticity of living. This process is reminiscent of Stoic wisdom, in which Seneca reminds us that it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. At the core of this Stoic reflection is the realization that true wealth does not lie in the abundance of possessions, but rather in the freedom to desire less and to find satisfaction in only those things that are necessary for living. Recognizing the difference between what we need and what we want becomes a revolutionary act of authenticity in a world that is characterized by the unrelenting pursuit of more. It is a return to our most fundamental nature. Every instance of genuine satisfaction and every moment of gratitude is a confirmation of our capacity to discover meaning and happiness in the things that are fundamental and that will always be valuable. Having the noble intention of overcoming emotional storms in search of a territory where logic and objectivity reign is the path that leads to being strictly rational. The road to being strictly rational is paved with the intention of being strictly rational. This is a domain in which emotions, despite the fact that they are acknowledged, do not have the ability to distort the reality of facts. It is a territory in which every relationship and situation is meticulously examined under the cold light of reason. It is necessary to be willing to ask profound questions about the foundations upon which we construct our relationships and the circumstances of our lives before we can embark on this journey. It is an invitation to ask ourselves in an honest manner whether the connections we keep serve as pillars for our personal growth, or, on the other hand, whether they serve as chains that bind us to obsolete patterns, fears that are not founded in reality, and deep insecurities. The adoption of a rigidly rational approach gives us the ability to navigate the complexities of our lives with a level of clarity that has never been seen before. Through the process of conducting a thorough analysis of the benefits and drawbacks, we are forced to confront the rationalizations that we frequently employ in order to justify the continued presence of particular individuals and situations in our lives. These justifications, which are frequently based on deeply ingrained habits, the fear of being alone, or the fragility of our self-esteem, are called into question by the impartiality of our rational judgment. During this process of scrutiny, not only does it shed light on the path to a deeper understanding of our relationships and situations, but it also guides us to make decisions that are more informed and healthy, decisions that are in perfect harmony with our most fundamental values and the life goals that we yearn to achieve. Stoic thinkers, who teach us the importance of exercising control over our perceptions and reactions, are a source of inspiration for the philosophy that underpins the concept of being strictly rational. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not over events that occur outside of yourself. Realize this, and you will find strength. This adage has a strong resonance with the philosophy of adopting a rational perspective, as it serves as a reminder that even though we may not be able to control the whims of fate, we do have complete control over how we choose to interpret and react to them. We are invited to a profound recognition of impermanence as the fundamental nature of human existence when we accept change. The realization that change is not only an unavoidable constant, but also the fabric upon which the tapestry of life is woven highlights the significance of this fundamental understanding. We embark on a journey of transformation and renewal as we come to terms with this universal truth. It is a dance with the unending flow of the universe that guides us through uncharted territories of personal development and discovery. The realization that every moment is fleeting and that every relationship and experience is fleeting teaches us to live with a more profound appreciation for the present moment. This teaches us to value the present moment and to embrace people and experiences with gratitude while they are within our reach. This is a profound acknowledgement of the beauty and fragility of life. Because of this awareness, we are liberated, and it makes it easier for us to detach ourselves from forms that were previously insurmountable. We realize that saying goodbye is just as natural as saying hello. We are shaped to be enthusiastic travelers on the journey of life when we are able to accept change. We are equipped with a curiosity that propels us to explore new horizons. Change is something that we should welcome, not as an enemy but as an ally. This will allow us to open the doors to new opportunities, challenges, and adventures. This is a call to consciously let go of things that are no longer serving our purpose, thereby making room for new seeds of experience to be planted and cultivated in our inner garden. This is an invitation to personal renewal. Acceptance is not a passive resignation, but rather an active choice to flow with the current of life, acknowledging that every ending is a precursor to a new beginning. This perspective of acceptance is not a passive resignation. We are invited to renew our being, accepting change as the path to growth and self-realization, just as the seasons change, bringing with them new forms of beauty and challenges. In much the same way, we are also invited to embrace change. In this particular setting, the words of the philosopher Heraclitus resound with profound truth. No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man. This reflection encapsulates the essence of accepting change and serves as a reminder that transformation is the only thing that remains constant. We not only make the process of detachment easier for ourselves by accepting this reality, but we also get ourselves ready to welcome the new chapters of our lives with open arms, a willing heart, and a mind that is brimming with curiosity. Acceptance of change emerges not only as a topic of reflection, but also as a powerful life practice as a result of this. It is a call to embrace impermanence with love and bravery, allowing the fluidity of existence to lead us on our eternal journey of discovery and renewal when we accept this invitation. Also, you can make a difference in the lives of a great number of people. If you want to continue your journey of evolution, make sure to subscribe to this channel, share this video, and leave a comment so that it can reach a large number of people. Let's keep going. Let's concentrate on the most important requirements. Invites us to embark on a journey of self-reflection and discernment, during which we are given the opportunity to sort through the whirlwind of attachments and desires that frequently fill our lives. This call brings us to the realization that the true foundations of a life that is meaningful and fulfilling do not lie in the unrelenting pursuit of fleeting pleasures, but rather in the cultivation and satisfaction of our most fundamental needs, which include health, security, love, and self-esteem. During this process of realignment, it is necessary to conduct an in-depth analysis of the areas in which our focus and energy are being directed. This is a challenge to reevaluate our priorities by shifting our attention to what is fundamentally important, and it is an invitation to question the substance of what frequently dominates our thoughts and efforts. We begin the process of liberation by disentangling ourselves from the tangles of secondary attachments, which, despite their allure, do not make a significant contribution to our genuine development and well-being. This reorientation is not merely an exercise in renunciation, rather, it is an expansion of our capacity to experience the world in a manner that is both more authentic and richer. By liberating the mental and emotional space that was previously occupied by superficial concerns, we are able to open ourselves up to new experiences and relationships that enrich us. These are the kinds of relationships that resonate with our most fundamental beliefs and genuinely contribute to our sense of completion. Not only does this path towards essentiality reveal itself as a strategy for a more ordered existence, but it also reveals itself as the essence of genuine freedom. This teaches us that the achievement of genuine and long-lasting happiness is not attained through the accumulation of material possessions or fleeting experiences, but rather through the fulfillment of our most fundamental requirements. This kind of fulfillment is a testament to the transformative power of concentrating on essential needs, a power that bestows upon us the ability to live our lives with a greater sense of purpose, peace, and contentment. At the same time that the pursuit of new experiences is a vibrant call to adventure, it is also an invitation to cross the borders of the known and dive into the uncharted waters of the new and unknown. This is a challenge to the comfort of the familiar, an encouragement to set aside the security of routines and patterns that, while they are comforting, often serve as shackles to our evolution and the full flourishing of our potential. This is a challenge to the comfort of the familiar. This theme encourages us to welcome ambiguity and novelty with the knowledge that every new experience contains the potential for self-discovery and personal development within its very fabric. It is an acknowledgement that when we push ourselves beyond the confines of our comfort zone, we provide ourselves with access to an infinite number of opportunities, lessons, and transformations. When we give ourselves permission to explore new interests, participate in a wide variety of activities, and engage with a wider range of people, we start to weave a rich tapestry of experiences that broaden our perspective of the world. Every new setting, every new person with whom we share a moment serves as a mirror, reflecting aspects of ourselves that we are otherwise unaware of, and providing us with fresh perspectives through which we can reevaluate our life and the decisions we have made in the past. Not only does this journey of discovery make it easier for us to detach ourselves from outdated patterns and relationships that are no longer beneficial to us, but it also endows our existence with an unparalleled level of depth and richness. We become more resilient and adaptable beings, able to navigate the currents of change with grace and agility as a result of this transformation. Therefore, the pursuit of new experiences is more than just looking for something new. It is a profound commitment to our ongoing development as individuals. It is a recognition that when we expose ourselves to the world in all of its vastness and diversity, we not only broaden the range of experiences we have, but we also equip ourselves with the tools that are necessary to develop, adapt, and thrive in a world that is always changing. In the event that you are having fun with this, you should not pass up the chance. If you buy the ebook Stoicism in the 21st Century Ancient Strategies for Modern Challenges right now, you will be able to improve your relationships, unlock your prosperity, and increase your abundance. Include a link in the comment that has been pinned. An invitation to an inner retreat, a personal and solitary journey through the profound and intimate landscapes of the soul, is what the daily reflection exercise reveals itself to be. In a world where there is never-ending noise and distractions, this journey suggests taking a moment of reflection, a moment of calm in which silence is not meaningless, but rather filled with significance. In this place, deep within the recesses of our being, silence seems to speak more loudly than words, resonating with truths and whispering wisdom. In contrast to the common perception of silence as merely the absence of sound, quietness actually serves as a fertile ground for the development of self-awareness. It is in this serene setting that the seeds of self-understanding are planted and nurtured, with the water coming from reflection and introspection. Within the context of this daily practice of introspection, we are kindly invited to construct a cloak of consciousness that encompasses our very existence. This is a tapestry of understanding about who we are, our deepest desires, and our most hidden fears. Each thread of thought and each knot of emotion is carefully chosen and intertwined, forming a tapestry of understanding about who we are. Not only does this cloak, which is woven with the vivid colors of our individual experiences, provide us with warmth during times of uncertainty, but it also has the ability to become a symbol of our individual journey of development and discovery. This exercise presents itself as a golden opportunity to delve into the tranquil waters of being, exploring the currents and depths of our innermost selves, and it does so with each new day that comes along. It is an opportunity to silence the voices from the outside world that frequently define or limit us, thereby enabling the voice from within, which is frequently muffled, to finally be heard. Every time we take a mindful breath and take a moment to reflect, we peel back layers of our own being, revealing new facets, new strengths, and sometimes even new vulnerabilities. While engaging in this process of introspection, we are not looking for answers that are simple or comfortable. Rather, we are making a commitment to the truth of who we are. Confronting the unknown that lies within us, one step at a time, day after day, is an act of courage that requires us to take it on. In the process of cultivating profound self-awareness, we give ourselves the ability to live our lives with greater authenticity, purpose, and peace. The reward for this commitment is incalculable. Identification of unhealthy attachments, the path that leads us to self-awareness and emotional well-being, is a complex one, and along the way, we arrive at a point where the identification of unhealthy attachments becomes an essential step. This section, which is packed with meaning and opportunity for introspection, sheds light on the significance of conducting a thoughtful and deliberate evaluation of one's connections. Our inner selves are corroded and our tranquility is compromised by them, despite the fact that they may appear to be harmless on the surface. Deep and reflective analysis encourages us to delve into the intricacies of our daily interactions, feelings, and instinctive responses. This is something that we are urged to do. One of the goals of this immersion is to uncover the hidden sources of negativity or discomfort, which are the shadows that seep through the cracks of our relationships and affectations. The second goal is to uncover the hidden sources of discomfort. By recognizing these unhealthy attachments, we are not only given the opportunity to acknowledge their existence, but we are also given the opportunity to contemplate the liberating impact that reducing or eliminating these bonds could have on our existence. The act of conducting a self-examination does not appear to be a straightforward undertaking that is devoid of difficulties. In order to accomplish this, it is necessary to conduct a thorough introspection on deeply ingrained beliefs, ongoing patterns of behavior, and expectations that, despite the fact that they may have once served valid purposes, now reveal themselves to be outmoded and restrictive. Through this courageous and honest act, space is opened not only for the purpose of healing, but also for the purpose of transformation. When it comes to the process of personal emancipation, the definition of healthy boundaries emerges as a guiding light. As we progress along this path, the ability to communicate our requirements in a way that is both genuine and respectful to one another becomes an advantageous instrument. Conscientious distancing from toxic or depreciative influences may prove to be not only necessary but fundamental for the preservation of our internal balance and the flourishing of a more integrated and peaceful self with regard to certain life circumstances. In light of this, the identification of unhealthy attachments goes beyond simple analysis. It presents itself as an invitation to contemplate who we are, the decisions we make, and the influences we allow to define our course of action. This journey requires us to rediscover who we are, rethink our priorities, and re-establish a connection with the things that are truly important to us. By doing so, we will pave the way for a life that is more authentic and fulfilling, free from the shackles of destructive emotional ties. In a world where excess and abundance frequently dictate the pace of our lives, the act of establishing boundaries for our desires emerges as a guiding light, illuminating the path toward a more balanced existence that is rich in meaning. Inviting us to engage in profound contemplation on the nature of our yearnings, this topic presents us with the challenge of distinguishing between genuine needs, which are those that are necessary for our happiness and well-being, and fleeting desires, which are those that are the result of momentary impulses or the persuasive influence of the outside world. While we are encouraged to practice introspection and self-control, we are also encouraged to learn to value not only what we already possess, but also to recognize the beauty and sufficiency in the simple and attainable. This is accomplished by drawing clear and firm boundaries around our aspirations. As a result, gratitude reveals itself to be a potent antidote to the poison of insatiability. It enables us to root our hearts in appreciation of the present moment, rather than allowing ourselves to become disoriented in the unrelenting pursuit of more. Rather than being an act of denial or deprivation, this process of re-evaluating and containing desires is an exercise in self-awareness and authenticity. This is because the nature of the process is quite different. We are able to let go of the unnecessary in favor of genuine goals that not only contribute to the enhancement of our existence, but also to the development of our own personal growth when we make a conscious decision about what we allow to take up space in our lives. The process of bringing our desires into alignment with our genuine needs and values serves as a catalyst for achieving personal fulfillment and a sense of satisfaction that lasts. An escape route from the trap of frustration and chronic dissatisfaction is therefore provided by the practice of setting limits for our desires. This practice gently guides us toward a state of contentment and mental tranquility. During this journey, we come to realize that genuine happiness does not lie in the unchecked accumulation of goods or the indiscriminate satisfaction of whims. Rather, it is the capacity to find joy in modest achievements, personal growth, and the tranquility of knowing that within the boundaries we have set for ourselves lies a world full of possibilities for a life that is truly rich and rewarding. Through introspection of our relationships, we are better able to identify the legacy that we wish to leave behind. Focusing on what is most important allows us to gain insight into the values that are most important to us. Because of this, we are able to detach ourselves from the superficial, which ultimately leads to a life that is more meaningful. By living with the legacy in mind, we are able to become more conscious of the consequences of our actions. In the comments section, please share your thoughts and subscribe to receive additional enlightening reflections.